everyone, this video is on getting started using food to lure behaviors with your dog. I suggest making sure the treats are the appropriate size. You don't want to be breaking up treats as you're training because your dog's going to be doing weird behavior or getting frustrated while you're training, and that's going to get all mixed up in the training picture. So get the appropriate size treats for your dog. I do have a video called What Treats to Use if you're not sure what size treats to use for your dog. You really want to use treats that are not too messy, that won't stick to your hands and make your dog want to lick your fingers. To begin with, I suggest putting a treat down on the ground and marking when your dog is following you. Good, like that. You can put the treat down again. Good. And what you're marking is a dog that's calm, relaxed, and confident in their movement, and they're moving towards you and the treats. Next, you're going to start holding the treats out. Good. If your dog goes to jump at the treats or starts to lick or paw for the treat in your hand, you can create more distance from your dog and mark and reinforce. So to create the distance, you're either further away, good, as you're marking, and you can feed the dog further away from you by putting the treat down on the ground so the dog isn't getting too close. Good. Or you can have the treat higher up in the air like this. If your dog is just way too excited by the treats, you can use lower value treats like their kibble or little bits of vegetables like little bits of carrot or something like that to begin with. And then once your dog understands the concept, then you can start using the higher value treats. I also have a video that I've linked in the description on how to work with your dog to get them calmer around food if that's an issue for you. The next step is adding duration of how long the dog can follow the lure. Good. As well as trying to get different behaviors. So some behaviors that I like to do initially are spinning. So you're going to turn your dog away from you and see if you can get them to go in a circle like that. Good. So you might at first just get a little bit of a head turn. You can have a couple treats in your hand for that. Good. 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 If your dog is really struggling to follow a lure in a circle, first start with a prop in the middle that you can lure your dog around. Something that's not going to fall over and something that's not too short that they're just going to step over. So higher than the shoulder, like this plant. So you're marking your dog for following the lure. Good. And then feeding the dog in the direction they're going if it's a moving behavior like this. If you're going to be training tricks with your dog, I suggest teaching them how to go from following one of your hands to following the other. So all you have to do is lure the dog, make the hand disappear, and then present the other hand for your dog to follow, and you're going to mark as your dog switches to following the other hand. So here he's following my left hand, and then I switch over to the right hand. Good! And then reinforce him. I can also reinforce him in his mouth like this. If your dog is taking treats hard, you can simply just put the treat down on the floor, especially if you have a dog that wants to lick and bite your hand if your hand is too close to their face. So you would use this crossover, for example, if you were going to teach your dog to go around you. He's following my left hand, then my right hand, and then my left hand again. Good. And the other direction, my right hand, then the left hand, and then the right hand. So when the hand disappears, it keeps them moving and looking for the next target to follow. Good job. And the same with leg weaving. Good. Good. Once your dog is starting to understand the concept that they're following the treat as a behavior in order to earn it, then you can start to hold the treat closer to the dog. Good. Before then reinforcing the dog.